friends, I'm the vegan. I make a new recipe for the breakfast, and today I make a rich breakfast. That means with all kinds of nutrients and ingredients. The simple version of a recipe has to have, in my kitchen, at least 3 ingredients, usually, because otherwise I don't need a recipe almost, right? 2 ingredients, well, could be a recipe in some cases, but on the long run, if you want to make a new recipe every single day to get the variety into the menu, the plant-based, the vegan variety, the endless, then I need a method that guarantees that the recipe can be called a recipe, and for that I take at least 3 ingredients. But today I have more. I make a lot more today, and that I call it a rich recipe, a rich breakfast. And usually in a breakfast that is really complete, I would say I need all 3 macronutrients. Basically, that means carbohydrates, protein and fat. These 3 are everything we eat. Everything we eat is made of these 3 so-called macronutrients. And so mostly fruit, that is the best macronutrient we have, the best carbohydrate we have, I would say. And for a breakfast, because it's easily available, it's easily digestible, and I always find new variations. And the base for a recipe is a combination of 2 or 3 ingredients, or also 1 main ingredient that I make nicer with others together. But today I have a variation of pears and raspberries. That is one of the major combinations today. Here I have some pears, 3 pears. There are some different ones. There are some red ones there, soft ones. These are crunchy ones a little on top. And I have these beautiful raspberries. They are very contrary to each other. The pears are soft and sweet and a little bit bitter. And the raspberries are even softer. They are almost tender. They are filigrane. And more sweet and sour than only sweet and bitter. Also, the raspberries have also a bitter flavor because the little seeds in the raspberries, they can be bitter if you chew on them, if you crack them, tiny little seeds. So I put the raspberries on top as a decoration, but it is the main counterpart of the pear. And I tried this very same recipe the other day. I didn't post it. It's with a 3rd ingredient to the pear and the raspberry, and was a nectarine. And I could eat it, and I thought, why wouldn't that work? And it didn't really work. I mean, you could argue about that. Would it be nice with nectarine or not? I love nectarines, they're wonderful. But I said no. I voted against it, so to say, in my own voting system here, my private voting here. And this is what I use instead. And that really works 100%. So that is a big difference. It's a grape. Here a yellow gray, a green grape, a white grape. That means it's a little bit more sour than a dark grape. The red grapes, they are a little bit more sweet usually, in my experience. And the greens are a little bit more sour. But both are very sweet. Grapes are always very sweet. And so these very juicy grapes with the high sweetness, they are perfect together with both grapes, pears and raspberries. But the nectarines, they didn't work because when I ate it all together, I tried it, I felt there is an element in that beautiful combination of pear and raspberry that stood out a little bit, that stepped aside a little bit. I didn't want to be part of it. It was there's also all of a sudden I tasted that the complexity of the nectarine that didn't fit in here. I tasted a bitter tone in the nectarine that was a little bit more in a fight with the bitter of the pear. So it's very strange and very aggressive also. This sweet and sour, fascinating sweet and sour flavor from the nectarine is very predominant. But the predominance of the pear is more subtle. It's a very predominant flavor, but a subtle predominance. It's a very characteristic flavor that nevertheless has something fragile, frail. Yeah? The raspberry too, very clear and characteristic flavor, but also has this frailness. Yeah? You don't want to overwhelm it with another flavor that goes contrary to it, yeah? Or makes a competition with it. And the raspberry and the nectarine, which I love, was somehow crossing the pear, yeah? And it fell out. So I decided not to publish that recipe. I wondered, hey, what can I do? And I thought, yeah, a grape would be perfect. So that's my solution today. A little bit complicated to explain it to you. I try my best. It's not so easy to explain how flavors play together, but that's basically what I do when I cook. I combine flavors, textures, colors, fragrances. Flavors, of course, very complex, yeah, because that's what we eat. We want to taste. Has to be taste great. That's the main thing. It has to taste well. Otherwise, I wouldn't eat it. We wouldn't like it. So that's why it's not easy to explain. Yeah? So I try my best. So I have this now, and so it is a complex thing. I have here the pears and the raspberries, and the pears and the grapes. So I have three main ingredients. At the base of all, that makes it very complex too, is a buckwheatie. It's a granola. Yeah, that's a buckwheat grain that is soaked, sprouted, and then dried back to make it crunchy. How to do that? You can watch a video under this video. That is a link. You can watch how to make buckwheaties. It's a wonderful granola. I make that big batches, store it for months in a sealed container or two. And then I can always make a quick muesli with these wonderful buckwheats. They're super healthy, super crunchy, super delicious, yeah, and nutritious also. Yeah, they have a high nutritional value. There's protein in there, many other ingredients. So I have nutrients like proteins, carbohydrates, and fat. And the fat comes from the nuts. So I have a half cup of cashew nuts, yeah, and together with the cashews, I put 2 bananas in there, make a cashew cream with a little bit of banana, and I add a lemon, a date, and vanilla today. It's a vanilla cashew cream. That's very special. The banana go in, the bananas and the cashews, and a lemon, a small lemon here. You see, a small lemon. That makes the banana come out a little bit better. Yeah, the banana flavor is enhanced by lemon, usually. Depends on the other ingredients, but usually banana is nice with a little bit of lemon. So small lemon, 2 bananas, and half a cup of cashews. And here the dates to counterbalance the lemon, yeah, and to have a nice background for this wonderful queen of spices. This is vanilla. Yeah. It's half a teaspoon or a small teaspoon, and it's opening the senses unlike any other seasoning. Yeah. Vanilla is really the queen there. It opens the senses, and I can taste and smell much more. And also of the other ingredients. It gets very versatile. Vanilla can also be in seasoning, in savory recipes, with chili together. That's another story. Today I make it sweet. Add a little bit of water, and then I blend it to the blender dance. Short breakdown of the ingredients, especially the dates and the cashews. They'll need a second blending a little bit later. But let's check now if everything is in that needs to be. It's absolutely. This little bit of lemony flavor is very nice. I had another recipe with grapes and raspberries in a lemony cashew cream. Super delicious. But this one is a vanilla cashew cream. Less lemon, no zest, only the vanilla that's here predominant, that really is opening up like a blossom. And I will blend it one more time in a little moment, because now the cashews and the dates can soak a little bit. Once broken down, the soaking is so fast. Yeah, I can save the soaking time overnight. I don't need to do that when I do second blending. So now I've put my main ingredients together. That's here the pear and the grape that goes into the main salad. I'll show you again. Here, similar amounts, a little bit more pears here, and almost the same amount of grapes I had in small pieces. I cut that in small pieces. That is what I usually do in a fruit salad. Mostly the fruit salad, the most time I need is doing that. I cut the ingredients into small pieces, and that's the technical part. And what comes before is I combine them, I pick them. Here the pear and the grape, and then the raspberry. That is a mental, creative work, and then I begin to cut them into small pieces so that they can relate better. Yeah. So these small pieces, it takes a lot of time to do that, but that's fun. Yeah. With fruit, it's so much fun to cut them. Beautiful fruit, the colors and it's juicy and very nice. So now back to my dressing. One more blending. Blender dance. Cashew creams are really a great inspiration to me. One of my favorite dressings for fruit salads. They are so nice and they remind me a little bit of the traditional cooking I grew up with my aunties, my granny, and my mom too. Also, I was always in the kitchen, yeah, or in the field. Yeah, a country boy, with my uncles and so. But the cooking is great, and they always used cream. That was their pride, you know. Now I use that cream too, of course. I made the nicest dressing for Sunday meals. My family loved it, and I cooked. But now I have something better, the cashews. And they're really, really similar. Only better, of course. You can do so much with cashews. And other nuts and seeds can also make kinds of creams. You know, coconut, for example, is maybe wow. But, you know, macadamias and so. But the creams, the cashew creams are the easiest one. Easy to get and easy to blend. And it comes very close to the cream. Yeah, good. I show you what it looks like. Here, the vanilla flavor is really nice, and it's perfect, of course, also with the pear. Yeah. Here, you see that it's creamy. It's a lot of cream here. Not too much. Not swimming in the. It's not drowning the fruit salad. That's also something I'm so excited. I put one more banana in and some more water, some more cashews, and all I have so much more dressing. And I mean, that is also nice to have that. But I don't want to have too much dressing. Of course, I mean, it's delicious. Yeah, the cashew cream, I can spoon it. Yeah, it's still delicious. And it doesn't make you fat. Now, if you have a raw cashew nut, any nut that is raw, will not make you fat. That is really so much fun. I did not know that. I read about it in a study. I was surprised. Hundreds of studies they made about it. No, that's a different story. Many studies they made it, and they found out even if you eat handsful of nuts every day, in addition to the regular food you have, yeah, you eat a lot more calories, a lot more fat. Nuts are fat, but you will rather lose than gain weight over time. Why? Why is that? The scientists were really puzzled. I had no idea why that would be, but many people in the research, they were proof for that, living proof. No gain weight, no, rather losing weight. And then one idea is they had in the nuts, in the raw nuts, there is something that makes the cells burn faster. The additional energy you get with the nut when you eat it, it is even burned. It is burned even more. That burns even more energy than the additional energy you get, so you rather lose weight. So if you eat nuts, it is super healthy for so many reasons, intestines, so many other things, for the heart. It's really brain food and everything. You can't go wrong with that. It's just a little bit more expensive. Nuts are our most expensive food in the plant kingdom. That's only our food. because you didn't put a lot of water in there. That's the thing, yeah. But there are some more calories, so if you count calories again, you will notice, oh, it's not actually that expensive, because you don't eat nuts all the time, of course, yeah. You eat more apples, carrots, and salad, and only a handful of nuts or so. Yeah. From the calorie side, you balance the price, the water, the energy that goes in producing it, and the calories it makes. Yeah. Then you have the ratio that tells you how expensive the food is in relation to what you actually eat. So here is, I write about that in my book a little bit, it comes out soon, if you want to know. So here is a beautiful glass that is, I got that here to show a little bit more transparency in my food. This is the buckwheaties, the granola, and it comes on the bottom. That's a good thing to put it, I guess. Careful here. Oops, I don't want to put it on the floor, so yeah, I will catch that later. So there goes a little bit on the bottom. You see, you watch at that glass, you look at that glass, you will see there is a nice bottom with a layer of cereals, pseudo-cereals to be precise, they say. And then the fruit salad goes on top. So when I put the fruit salad in, I can still see the granola on the bottom, because I have make a little mold inside. So I push the buckwheaties up the glass so I can see a little bit more of it. I want to have the visual effect. And now I can fill it up with my beautiful fruit salad, with this beautiful vanilla cashew cream, and then the pears and the grapes go in. Wonderful combination, you know. And then on top, I put my decoration, my raspberries. These are the queen of fruits. Queens and kings don't have that many anymore. I think that's okay. I like democracy. But here, in the fruit kingdom, I have no problem of loving my fruit kings and queens. Yeah. Decorate now. This is beautiful. The white color, the beige color of the vanilla cashew cream. And then this beautiful rose red color from the raspberries. Very beautiful. I show you. That's my breakfast today. It's such a beautiful breakfast. There's a little bit of transparency. You see here is the bottom, the granola, and is the fruit salad with the cashew cream, the vanilla, and then the topping. 3 parts again. That makes it fancy, that makes it exciting, that gives it magic, because you can't easily analyze. With 3 ingredients, you have a lot more complexity than with 2. You can make your own math. Try to find out how many combinations you can do with 2 ingredients, and then try the same with 3. You will see with 3, the leap, so much more possibilities. Yeah. Hard to count even. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe at MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.